Alrighty, welcome to Module 4, Lesson 5, the problem set. And in this lesson, we are going to use a protractor, it's a circular protractor or regular protractor, to understand a 1-degree angle is 1/360th of a turn. And we're also going to explore benchmark angles using the protractor. So let's get started. All right, number 1 says to make a list of the measures of the benchmark angles you drew, starting with set A. Round each angle measure to the nearest 5 degree. Both sets have been started for you. So basically in set A, we are going to do 45-degree turns until we get, or 45-degree angles until we get all the way to 360. So let's see that. Well, they started the first one 45, and then it has after that it has 90, and after that's going to be 135. So we could just continue this 135 degrees, and then after 135 degrees there'd be 45 more, so that would be 180 degrees. Okay, and then after 180 degrees we'd have 45 degree more turn than that, so that's going to be 225 degrees. Okay, then we have to add 45 degrees to that, so that's going to be 270 degrees. Where is he getting these numbers from? Well, if I put 45 and 25, it's going to be 70. Okay, so 270 degrees. Then 45 degrees from that's going to be 315 degrees. And then 45 degrees more turn is going to be 360 degrees, which would be one full turn on the circle if you had a circular protractor. Okay? And in set B, basically, we're going to be doing 30-degree angles and adding basically 30 degrees every time. This is sort of like, what was that we were doing? It wasn't factors, it was doing multiples, because if you look at this is really multiples of 45, and this is going to be multiples of 30. And it's kind of the same idea. So let's see, if we start with 30, then we do 60, and then what's next? That's right, 90 degrees. Then what's next? 90, that'd be 120. Basically, we're adding 30 every time, 150. And see if you can fill out all the rest all the way until you get to 360. Pause the video and hit play when you're ready. All righty, how'd you do? Well, all you had to do was count 30 up each time, and you got the next number, so hopefully you did just fine. And then for number 2, we're actually going to still look at number 1. The answer is there. And it says to circle. It says circle any angle measures that appear in both lists. Well, let's look at both lists. The first one that appears in both lists is 90. So we need to circle 90 in both lists. And then go ahead and pause the video and circle any that appear on both lists and hit play when you are done. Well, what's the next one? I'll give you one more. Okay, 180 is on both of them. Now you find the rest and hit play when you're ready. All right, how'd you do again? Probably just fine. Now, what do you notice about them? That each of those, what do you notice? All right, well, pause the video again and figure out what do you notice about those 90, 180, 270, and 360. What do you notice about those angles? Pause the video and hit play when you're ready. All right, well, they're all quarter turns and they're all right angles. Hopefully you got that. And then for number 3, it says to use angle measurements from one that are acute. Trace each angle with your finger as you say its measurement. I'm not sure why you need to do that, but which ones are acute? Well, what's acute again? Acute is, that's right, an acute angle is going to be less than 90 degrees. So let's look up here. Well, less than 90 degrees, I only see which ones here that are less than 90. Well, this one, whoops, this one here is going to be less than 90 degrees. And let's see, this is less than 90, this is less than 90. So I have 30, 45, and 60. So that's what I need to write down here. So I have 30, 45, and 60. So those are the ones that are less. 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60. Those are the ones, okay, that are less. All right, well, let's keep on going. We're using all this information still from number 1. And now we're still using from problem 1. Use the angle measurements that are obtuse. And obtuse is going to be angles that are greater than 90, but less than 180. So, or maybe even equal to 180. But no, if it's 180, it'd be a straight line. So let's see which ones are going to be obtuse. Let's go back up. Which ones are going to be obtuse? Let's give that a different coloration across the nation. And let's see, that's going to be this one and this one. Oopsie, let's go up. We need to up, and away a little bit more here. Okay, there we go. And it's got to be between 90 and 180. So it's these three that are in the purplish color. So we have 120, 135, and 150. 125 degrees. We have 125, 120, not 125. Okay, let's fix that little boo-boo. So we have 120, we have 135, and we have 150 degrees. So those are ones that are obtuse. Okay, and let's mosey on down to the flip side. All right, welcome to the flip side. Well, we found out today that 1 degree is 360th of a whole turn. 1 out of 360, that means 2-degree angle is 2 over 360 of a whole turn. What fraction of a whole turn is each of the benchmark fractions from problem 1? Well, set A, so the first one, set A, we started with 45. So that'd be 45 over 360. And then we had 90 over 360. And then we had 135 over 360. And then etc. You have to fill out the whole rest of them. Now set B, we started off with 30. So it'd be 30 over 360. And then we would have 60 over 360, 90 over 360, and pause the video and finish those lists. Those are basically doing everything from problem 1 and putting them over 360 because that's 360 is the whole way around the whole 360 degrees, one full turn. So go ahead and pause it and hit play when you're ready. All righty, how'd you do? Well, you probably did just fine. It's just a little bit tedious. There's a good word for you. A little bit tedious to do that whole long list, but I'm sure you did just fine. Like I said, it's basically putting that set A and as the top part of a fraction. Well, fractions, oh, we haven't done that yet, but that is a fraction of the whole entire 360-degree turn. What fractional part is it? All right, well, let's move along to number 6. How many 45-degree angles does it take to make a full turn? 45-degree angles does it take? How many does it take? Well, here's a clue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's right. It takes 8 45-degree angles. So it takes 8 45-degree angles to make a full turn. And all you got to do is look up set A and count how many turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And basically you do the same thing for number 7, because number 7 is asking you, well, how many 30-degree angles does it take to make a full turn? Well, just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it takes, you can write it, it takes 12 30-degree angles to make a full turn. Okay. And lastly, but not leastly, well, if you didn't have a protractor, this is number 8, how could you reconstruct a quarter of it from 0 to 90 degrees? Well, you guys figure out what you think and hit pause and hit play when you're ready. All right, after discussing, you could have come up with different answers. But if you didn't have a protractor, you could put two 45-degree angles together or three 30-degree angles together, or you could make a right angle template like you did in our first lesson when we made our right angle templates. All right, so there you go. We're done for now. And as always, I hope that helps. So I'll catch you next time, same place. Hasta la vista, baby. You're done for now, so don't have a cow. That's a little joke. Anyway, onward and upward. More things for you to do today, I'm sure, so get busy. Psst, the video's over. Get to work.